In the words of Baldur's Gate, we got many fine deals. What are you looking for? Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 1 and 2. Yeah. Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Me again. Yeah. And I got news for you. Yeah. What's up, subscribers? What's up, viewers? Anyway, yeah. We got many fine deals. What are you looking for? Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 1 and 2. What I got for you guys? It says here, Steam surprised fans with the first ever Black Friday sale. Some of the best games of the year are on discount on Valve's PC storefront right now. It says PC storefront Steam to hold a sale for nearly every occasion, whether it's a season, holiday, or made-up theme. So it's surprising that Valve has never celebrated Black Friday. Me neither. I never cared for it. Anyway, it says here, and yet 2025 is the first year that the platform has ever acknowledged the Thanksgiving-related shopping day with discounted price. It's also a surprise because unlike other sales, it didn't leak ahead of time via website SteamDB. Holding out on SteamDB. It says here, personally, around half of my Steam wishlist is currently on sale for some percentage or other. Steam notes there are thousands of games on the discount right now, and the sale will be live until December 1st. Mind you, December will have its own winter sale. That will coincide with voting for Steam Game of the Year awards. There are some pretty good inclusion in the Black Friday sale too. You can get games like Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut 40% off, Metal Gear Snake Eater 30% off, Blueprints 34% off, and much more. I did like to shout out a 50% off sale of the newest Siren the Wanderer roguelike, which, while not new, is one of my most played games of the year. A good pick for anyone looking for an endless replayable game with deep mechanics that constantly surprise you, and for someone who likes games like Pokemon Rescue Team, it's also got a very active community that is ready and willing to save your failed runs. So rescue aspect is a critical component of the game. You can get Siren DLC for just a few more dollars too. Says here, the sale also include one of our picks for the best true indie games of the 2025. Check out the Into the Breach, like Star Vader, which recently got a 2.0 update that added 2 new pilots, dozens of new cards. Developers Pangonaut just announced another game in the Star Vader's universe, which you play as an alien you kill in the first game. So it's a great time to get caught up in the universe. Most games on your indie list aren't on sale. Says here, but it also worth noting that many of the inclusion also cost between $4 and $10. So in addition to games, the cheapest Steam Deck option is currently on sale for 20% off. Talking about a 256 gig. Says here, and many of the aforementioned games were practically made to be played on the portable, unless you're saving up for the Steam machine, which is increasingly sounding like it might cost closer to a PC than a console. Well, I would say the Steam machine will cost. Let me finish. It says here, it says, what will you be picking up? Let us know. All right, this article is on Polygons. I would say the Steam machine costs between the price of the 256 gig and the 512 LCD model, and the 512 OLED and a 1 terabyte OLED model. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, I'm thinking that's what the Steam machine will cost, as far as like gaming is concerned. All right, now what else we got here on the news? Gotta keep the ball moving here. Yeah, so you got a Black Friday sale and a winter sale, huh? question is, are you gonna pass both of them up? Are you gonna buy something, or or do the Black Friday sale and no winter sale, or are you gonna do both the Black Friday and winter sale and still have money to get the Steam machine next year? Just saying. Anyway, what else we got here? I saw something else on Steam. Oh, speaking of Steam. Uh-oh, what's this one? Okay, let's see here. What do we got here? Steam machine is the only way I play PC games. Yeah, what about the Steam Deck? Anyway, he's lying. Let's see here. What's this? Let's see what they got here. Whoops. Where are you? Oh, come on now. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Something related to Dota here. It says here, Quantic Dream revives the MOBA with less sweaty sweetie riff on League of Legends. It says Spellcaster Chronicle adds real-time strategy to the MOBA formula. It says if Spellcaster Chronicle looks a lot like League of Legends to you, that's because it is a lot like League of Legends. Detroit Become Human and Heavy Rain Studio Quantic Dream might describe its upcoming multiplayer game as an action strategy, but it leans heavily on the foundation of Riot's long-running MOBA. Polygon recently went hands-on with Spellcaster Chronicles in the digital preview on Windows PC. A few unique twists might be enough to set it apart from the storm of other multiplayer games. Alright. Yeah. Look like. Alright. Well. Let's see. What else we got here? Alright. Keep moving here. What else we got? Anything else on Steam? What's this? Skate Season 2 arrives in December, promising less of the grind and new co-op activity. Alright. Let's see what we have here on the Skate 2. Skate Season 2, that is. Electronic Art New Skate is getting its second season in early December, and it appears that the developer Full Circle is already responding to player feedback amidst its popular but sometime rocky early access launch. Season 2 of Skate, dubbed Future Radical, promise less of a grind, and at least when it comes to completing the game, Skate Pass, and a new co-op mode with party voice chat, which is scheduled to land on December 2nd. It says here, Skate New Mode, Own the Lot, is a team-based mode that tasks players with completing as many requisites as possible under a time limit. Players can skate in groups of 1 or 4 members, but it's definitely intended for at least 2 players. Full Circle say warning that party scaling / difficulty can be intense. Then it says there are 5 rewards tier in the own. There are 5 reward tiers in Own the Lot, which are nail it, complete 5 or more Rex, rewards 20 ticks. Own it, complete 10 or more Rex, reward 30 ticks. Crush it, complete 15 or more Rex, rewards 40 ticks. Kill it, complete 25 or more Rex, reward 55 ticks. Shut it down, complete 40 or more Rex, reward 70 ticks. Season 2 will also introduce new tricks, including a first for Skate Impossible and improve expanded hand plant. They got a video here, so I will leave it. So yeah, it says here, as seen in the new trailer for Season 2, Vansterdam is also getting a world and character visual pass with an 80s inspired vibe. Yeah. So yeah, I'll leave the link in the description box. So yeah, you guys are good. Okay, what is this? Let's see here. What else we got here? It says here, in terms of new cosmetics, Reward Skate Season 2 will include new accessories, knee pads, shirts, shorts, socks, and new hairstyle decks, shirts, and pants. New brands coming to skates include OJ, Ricta, Sci-Fi Fantasy, and Adidas, and more details on what's new in Skate Season 2 are available at the game official website. Alright. Yeah. You guys are good. Anyway, keep moving here. What else we got? Let's see here. What's this? Gaming. Gotta keep you guys in the loop, you know, with this gaming stuff. Okay. Now, on to the next. What else we got? Yeah. Game industry keeps moving. Okay. Anything here? Nah. Okay, alright. Okay, Tom's Hardware, what you got? Let's see what Tom's Hardware got here. Okay. Black Friday sales as usual. Steam Machine is lurking, getting. Today's the 25th. Another, 36 days and the new year is here. Yeah. But I'll keep you guys up to date though. See what else we got here. Okay, E-Technics, what you got? Anything? Something? Nothing? Okay. Okay, okay, we know about the Steam Deck being 20% off. Alright, we get it. Okay, cool. Okay, game developer, what you got? Game developer. Okay. What he says, Valve Steam Machine pricing depends on PC market. Alright. Well, console will play a role into it. Some console gamers will get the Steam Machine. What's this? It says here, Valve Steam Machine pricing will take after PC, not console. Valve developer says Valve developer says new hardware pricing will be more in line with the current PC landscape, defining the market for the company upcoming Steam Machine launch. And then it says 2 weeks after the announcement, the second generation of Steam machines, Valve addressed concerns about the undisclosed pricing, putting it more in the line with the current PC market than the cost of a console. The discussion took place in the Friends Per Second podcast. Valve developer Pierre-Luc Griffius and Lawrence Yang did mention a specific price, but did provide some insight into what the industry can expect. I think that if you build a PC from parts and gets basically the same level of performance that the general price window that we aim to be at, Griffius said, literally we did pretty competitive with that, and I have a pretty good deal, but we're working on refining as we speak. This is according to the official Steam page. The level of performance mentioned is centered around a semi-custom AMD desktop class CPU and GPU that aims to deliver 60 FPS at 4K resolution with FSR upscaling. Says the developer said external factors have led to this being a hard time to decide on a specific price. RAM, for example, has been a steady increase in recent months, with industry officials pointing to a demand for AI data center as the biggest cause. via The Verge. But according to PC Gamer, some models are seeing a 150% increase and more in price compared to how much RAM costs as early as this past summer. Yeah, game developer. Alright, keep moving here. Alright, what else we got here? Okay, keep moving. It's a long article. I would have to do a video on that just alone, but I'll just give you a snippet of it. Anyway, keep moving here. What else we got? Okay, Extreme Text. What do you have? Okay, alright. Nothing Linux wise. Okay, keep moving. RAM shortage could mean another Xbox price hike. Well, in the words of Robert De Niro, the price has got to go up. Yeah. Anyway, okay, video cards, what you got? Let's see, what you have something here. I know you do. I saw something on Linux here. Okay. You're talking about video card. You're talking about what's this? What if they got a video on this? Do they have a video? Nah. That's for those video card experts. Yep. Gotta keep you guys in the loop though. What's this one? Let's see. What's this? Keep moving. Okay, what's this? Samsung. What's this? GDDR7 Samsung 24 gigs, 3 gigs GDR7 memory enters mass production. Yeah. Technology moves, man. Have to do so. 17 minutes. Okay, what's this? Let's see, Samsung. Let's say Samsung 3 gigabyte GDDR7 memory is in mass production and faster variants are sampling. Samsung has confirmed that it has started mass production 24 gigs, 3 gigs GDDR7 memory module offering customers speeds of 28 gigabytes per second. Furthermore, the company has confirmed that it has started sampling faster 32 gigabytes per second and 36 gigabytes per second modules. With 3 gig of memory per module, these DRAM chips feature 50% more memory than the 2 gig GDDR7 chips using an NVIDIA RTX 50 series desktop graphics card. This allowed GPU manufacturers to create GPU with increased memory densities. NVIDIA already uses these chips with its 24 gig RTX 5090 laptop and RTX 6000 Pro desktop GPUs. Samsung new 32 gigabytes per second and 36 gigabytes per second GDR7 memory modules are 14.2% and 28.5% faster than today's 28 gigabytes per second modules, respectively. These are notably increased in memory bandwidth. Rumor has it that these 3 gigabytes GDDR7 memory chips will form the basis of NVIDIA planned RTX 50 Super Series GPU. However, these plans have reportedly been delayed considerably due to the global DRAM shortage. And then it says with its newest GDDR7 memory offering, Samsung is pushing for higher speeds and boost memory densities. However, Samsung is not the only memory manufacturer to do this. At ISSCC 2026, SK Hynix plans to discuss its 48 gigabytes per second GDDR memory module, which will also feature 3 gigabyte capacity. While SK Hynix plans modules are impressive, Samsung has 36 gigabytes per second memory that is already being sampled with customers. It will be a while before SK Hynix reach this stage with this 40 plus gigabytes module. Yeah, technology moving. Anyway, let me keep going here. Yeah. Alright, let's see. What do we got next here? Gotta keep moving. Okay, PC games, and what do you have? Sitting here circling the globe here. Gaming. Yeah, keep moving. I think they're up. Yeah, memory shortage means that the prices will go up, folks. Will go up. All right. Black Friday sales. What's this? All right. Tom's Hardware. You have nothing. Okay, keep moving. All right. Let's see. Wait a minute. Go back to Tom's Hardware here. It might have something on Linux, that is. Okay. Gotta keep moving. Yeah. That's the way it is. Alright, nothing there. Alright, keep moving. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just saw something on Linux too. Just seen it. Just seen it, man. Just seen it. Something about Windows and Linux. Yeah, man. New memory is coming in. And gamers will jump to it. Okay, so we did that. There was something about Windows. I just seen it. Oh, here we go. Got it. What's this? In the wake of Windows 10 retirement, over 780,000 Windows users skip Windows 11 for Linux, says Zorin OS. Developer distro hits unprecedented 1 million downloads in 5 weeks. Says Windows-like Linux distribution claim over 1 million downloads the past month for its latest build. What's this? It says here, developer of the Linux-based Zorin OS says their latest release, Zorin OS 18, has already been downloaded more than 1 million times, and according to telemetry, over 78% of those download came from Windows systems. Wait a minute, what did I just do? Uh-oh. Hit the wrong thing. Windows system. It says here, it is not a perfect proxy for a real migration, but it's a striking data point during moments when Microsoft user base is usually restless, as Windows 10 end of support deadline disappears further in the rear view mirror. Many users are still weighing their options, and Zorin OS appears to be one of the biggest beneficiaries. We tested an older version of Zorin OS, and it came out in first place for best Windows 10 alternative distro. Zorin has always positioned itself as one of the most approachable Linux distribution for people who don't want to relearn their entire workflow. Version 18 seamlessly takes that philosophy further than ever. The developer described it as faster and more responsive, but the headline features is interface overhaul, a very familiar new layout that we did describe as a hybrid Windows 11 design with macOS visual cues, including redesigned window controls, update animation, and a more modern overall layout. The system also includes Windows style window tiling, fully integrated and accessible without add-ons, something even many other Linux desktops still treat as an optional experiment. Yeah. Anyway, what we got here? It says here, it is not just aesthetics, though. Zorin OS 18 expand beyond the usual window to Linux migration checklist by leaning heavy into web apps integration. The new progressive web app installer allows users to install service like Office 365, Team, Google Docs, and even Photoshop Web as if they were a native application with icons in the app grid and no need to keep a browser tab open. Combined with built-in OneDrive file system integration, the distribution goes further than most to accommodate Windows users. Well, one man's junk is another man's treasure, huh? Anyway, says here, says here, what I got here, says here, indeed compatibility remains a major part of Zorin pitch, and the developer says Windows software support has been improved again in this release. It still relies on Wine and related compatibility layer behind the scenes, of course, but user-facing default and configuration have been refined so more Windows application run out of the box without a manual tweaking. It also helps that Linux gaming, once a punchline, has had a few years of rapid progress thanks to Valve work on Proton. Zorin OS isn't a gaming-focused distribution, but Border's ecosystem shift makes the idea of leaving Windows a lot less intimidating than it used to be for most folks. Yeah, it says the latest Zorin OS release introduced a handful of quality of life improvements to a new search everywhere function in the File app makes deep file navigation less cumbersome. RDP remote login support is now integrated. And then it says, which is particularly relevant for business users who still needs to reach Windows machine. Bluetooth audio benefits from the move to Pipewire audio stack, which improves latency and codec quality compares to older Linux audio stacks. Finally, because this is designated a long-term support release, updates are guaranteed until 2029, giving user a predictable upgrade version or upgrade horizon. Yeah, Zorin is taking what Microsoft takes for granted. Anyway, it says here the timing is hard to ignore. Windows 10 support officially ends in October, and Microsoft has spent the last 2 years pushing Windows 11 in a way that many users, especially power users like this writer, haven't appreciated. OneRUS and the arbitrary hardware requirement, absurd background service creeps, endless privacy complaints, and the company aggressively tone deaf addition of questionable AI-driven features have created immense user fatigue. The fact that a still testing build of Zorin OS 18 attracts over 3,250,000 Windows initiated downloads suggests that curiosity about alternative is unusually high. It says Linux isn't on the verge of overtaking Windows on the desktop, but the trajectory is shifting between a newly energized Linux gaming ecosystem, the growth of SteamOS based device, and the distribution like Zorin aiming directly at dissatisfied Windows users. The traditional barrier looks weaker than we've been basically since Windows 95. If Microsoft bet is that its user base will simply absorb the transition to Windows 11, Zorin OS numbers hint at a different possibility. A slow but steady siphoning of users who finally decided that enough is enough and that they were willing to give another operating system their time. Yeah. Okay. One man's junk is another man's treasure. Yeah. What's this? 29 minutes? Okay. Alright. That was on Tom's Hardware. Yeah. But Microsoft will come out with another OS. Yeah. I'm sure they will. Come out with something new. Yeah. Anywho, what else we got here? That's 30 minutes. What's this? Let me wrap this up right now and call it a day. What's this? Okay. We got many fine deals. Yeah, I just covered the Linux stuff. Well, that happens though, you know. That's why when it comes to operating systems, I've always used Windows and Linux and Apple. You know, I never took sides in the when it comes to operating system. I like all three of them. I just use them. Okay, what's this? All right. Okay. Anyway. Okay, tech power-ups, what you got? Got to keep you guys in the loop on the news. Okay, keep moving. See what Tweaktown got here. Yep. What's this? Proton. Here's one. See if I can knock this out. See how big this article is. What is he talking about? Oh, this is a big one. I think I can tackle it. See what I can do here. Get out of here. Not now. Get out of there. Okay, what's this? Proton and Linux are vectors for cheat developers. Rust dev Alistair McFarlane says. Rust chief operating Alistair McFarlane says that there are no plans to enable easy anti-cheat for Valve Proton compatibility layer. I think I tackled this before. It says the FaceBunch Studio Rust will not support Linux or Valve Proton due to rampant cheating on the platform. Instead, limited user base making anti-cheats maintenance unforeseeable. This highlights the ongoing challenge for big online games with anti-cheat on SteamOS, impacting Valve's Steam machine adoption compared to Windows-based alternative. Anyway, yeah, I think I already did this already. Well, Tweaktown has a version on it. I have to probably make a separate video for it. Anyway, let me see what else I got. Keep moving here. Yeah. Ever since Valve came out with that anti-cheat and ticked their little box, developers try to use it against Valve. Okay, look like I'm gonna make another news here. Let me hurry up and do this. Anyway, probably a shorter one. But let's see what we got here. Okay, alright. Keep you guys in the loop. Yeah. Okay, Event Hubs, what you got? Okay, that should do it. So, you guys are good. News, deals, games, update, the usual. You guys are good, so that'll hold you for now. Game is Linux-wise, so you'll see me again. But anywho, I'll keep you guys informed and keep you up to date. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the viewership. Yeah. See you next time. Bye for now.